Hey everyone, Caddy Talami here coming back at you with another review. Today I'm going to be talking about the Netflix anime series Eden. Um, Not to be confused with Eden of the East, this one is just Eden. Uh, and there's some ups and downs to this one. Uh, I felt, um, let's not get ahead of myself. Let's just, storyline, pretty interesting. It follows the main character, Sarah, who wakes up in a world where there are no humans. Everything is run by robots. And the two robots that find her, E92 and A37, kind of decide that because all human activity, all human artifacts are confiscated by the head robots and destroyed, that they can't find it in themselves to turn over this little girl that they find and kind of fall in love with her as much as robots can fall in love with a human. And so they decide to leave Eden 3 where they live and decide to go to find a safe area, a safe haven to where they can raise Sarah. And it starts off with her very, very small, maybe 1 years old, 2 years old, very small. And ends with her probably being about 18, 16, 17, somewhere around there. And it's only 4 episodes, so you know, not a super in-depth story. Um, they do reveal a lot as um, as much as you can reveal in those four episodes. Um, I felt that there's no real super surprises. We come to find out, you know, it's one of those basic, Earth's atmosphere, the Earth's become unlivable. Humans of the past did what they could to preserve humanity in the future, and we're left with the Edens. Um, the super in detail stuff is interesting to the story, which I won't spoil or anything like that. But um, but how we get there, you know, not new, but interesting. You know, um, I feel for the robots E92 and A37 raising a daughter. You know, definitely tough. But I couldn't imagine raising her without knowing what human feelings feel like and not really being able to tell her. Not having any answers of why she's the only human. What happened to humanity because all of everything in humanity's basically been erased, or they try to keep it secret. So um, um, that part of it I can relate to. Uh, Super fun if you have like younger kids into animation or anything like that. Anime. I watched it with my daughter, my 8-year-old. She really enjoyed it. It's no little bit of violence. A little bit, but hardly anything. She fights in a giant robot at one point. She fights another robot, but other than that, very little. Um, Obviously we have head robot trying to keep humanity under wraps, but other than that, nothing bad. Um, Definitely something you can enjoy with your kids. Animation wise, disappointing. It's 100% all CGI, so cheaper to make, cheaper to produce. You can do it with less artists. Obviously, I've put in other reviews. Not a fan. Even if it is getting better, I've actually had a couple other animes that I have started and then just put on pause basically because the animation level is just it's computer animation, and I personally I know there's a lot of other people that can get through this style of anime, and it's not my style. I want to see My Hero Academia. I want to see One Punch Man season 1. I want to see um, you know, Attack on Titan. That's the level of animation I personally enjoy. Um, that's what I grew up with. Obviously not everything is that level because, like I mentioned in previous reviews, I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, and we all know if you've watched any of Dragon Ball Z how janky some of that, some of those episodes are when they didn't have the top tier animators working on those episodes. But when they were 100%, that was some S tier level anime. When they had the best, it was great. And there were other series that I grew up with that were elite level tier anime, and so I'm jaded by that, and it's hard to shake that when we're watching these newer computer animation shows. And if you don't really care about that type of stuff, Eden is a great anime for you to get into. Super quick, blew through it real quick. I don't know if there's going to be a season 2 because of the ending they left it with. They kind of, they answer a lot of the questions. It's not they left a lot of questions for season 2. So if they do come with a season 2, it's going to have to come with something all brand new, pretty much, and come up with new enemies, new bad guys, new storyline, because they outside of more human stuff, they answered all the questions with the robots, the Edens. They tie everything together real quickly. So I don't know if they're going to do a season 2. I've seen some speculation, but nothing for sure yet as what I have seen. So we'll see how that goes. I put it B tier level animation because I just don't like the 100% computer animation. I think it's easier to use. I think that's an excuse these companies are making nowadays to produce as many animes as they can instead of, it's quality, not quantity. And a lot of it today is now quantity, and they're just pumping them out, boom, 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 and they're not. I would rather watch something that takes time and is elite S tier, top tier anime, and not watch a bunch of these shows that are easy to make, cheap. They don't have to have a lot of artists, and they can just kick out a bunch of them. I don't enjoy that personally, but everybody has their own opinions, their own. If you're into it, you're into it. I don't hold that against any other weebs out there. Whatever. I don't hold that against anybody. Anime's anime. Everybody's got their preferred storylines, their preferred styles. That's just not my style. So, story. I mean, there's nothing really super creative about it. It's an end of the world, post-apocalyptic story. Low A tier. Overall, it's probably altogether a low A tier anime. Not extensive characters. A minus. I give it an A minus. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Whatever you want to rank, whatever your ranking wants to be. But if those type of things don't bother you, redundant storyline, not a lot of characters, the CGI level animation, it's definitely something to check out. Other than that, I didn't think there were anything really too bad with it. Just not my preferred level of anime. So take that for what it is. But yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit the like, subscribe button if you enjoyed the review. Go ahead and comment and talk about Eden a little bit. Any requests, anything you guys think I should check out. Already started on a couple of other ones. Started on the Interesting enough, the Inuyasha continuation. I watched all the Inuyasha stuff when I was younger, and they have now made a Inuyasha continuation, which follows his daughter. And so I started that one. Be talking about that one in a little bit, and then a couple other album reviews I got coming out. So just follow along, comment. Just wanting to connect with other people out there in the community, and have some conversations. I love talking about this type of stuff. Love to talk with other people about it. So get involved, and we'll see where we get to. All right. Thanks, guys.